I made the best choice that I could make given the circumstances. What?
What? I just cannot believe what we've done.
We didn't make Jennifer take drugs.
Really? I mean, think about it. She took the drugs because she numbed the pain. We could have ended the pain in 1 second if we told her the truth about the baby.
What's done is done. You're gonna beat me up over things that we can't change now.
You know, it just gets harder and harder to wait.
Wait for what?
You said that when Jennifer was stronger and was feeling better, we would tell her the truth about the baby. You did say that.
I said I would think about it.
Well, obviously you didn't.
No, I did. I sat right there and I thought about it. I went over every possible scenario in my head. And every way that I played it out, Craig wins.
Oh, so we're back to Craig?
So you go ahead. You play it out then.
What?
Go on.
What?
We tell Jennifer that Rory Cabot is her baby. What happens next?
She gets custody.
How's she gonna get custody? She's been on a crystal meth binge. Nobody's gonna give her custody of a baby. The state is gonna say that the baby has to be in a safe house. Probably keep him at the Snyders, where he is now. So what does change?
She gets better. She gets better because she knows her baby is alive.
Maybe. That is a big maybe. Here's what will happen for certain. Craig will take it to court immediately, and even a guy behind bars will convince a judge that an unstable drug addict of a woman isn't fit to raise his child. Jennifer gets her baby back only to lose him all over again. And she will never recover from that. My way. She gets a chance to heal, and a chance maybe to keep Craig out of her life.
If she doesn't? What if she doesn't heal because she knows in her bones that her baby is out there somewhere? Can you live with that, Paul? Because I can't.
What about the baby without me?
I don't want to do anything without you. We're in this together.
Doesn't feel like that to me right now.
Look, this is something that is between us for the rest of our lives. That's why I push. I need to make sure we can live with this.
I can live with anything that keeps Jennifer safe. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but we don't know that keeping her from the baby does that.
Keeps her away from Craig. Otherwise, she has to live the rest of her life fighting him.
What if she spends the rest of her life fighting to find her baby? Is that any better?
I don't know. I want her to be safe, Emily, that's all. I just want my sister to have the best, safest, happiest life that she can have.
I wish I had a brother growing up like you. Who loved me as much as you love her. Make me a deal. Okay? Go to the hospital. See your sister in the light of day now that everything's calmed down, okay? And if you can honestly tell me that she is better off not knowing about the baby, I'll let it go.
You mean that?
I could live with it if you can.
You've already seen her?
I found out where she was this morning and how she got here.
I wasn't about to make phone calls late last night.
You weren't about to call me at all.
I knew you'd find out, Hal. I don't think it mattered how. If you want to come at me for putting Jennifer in here, go ahead. Get in line. My voice mailbox is filled with Barbara's thoughts on what an idiot I am.
You did the right thing. As much as I hate to see Jen here, it only takes about 5 minutes to see how much she needs. How much she needs help.
I was hoping she'd be better this morning.
Really? Why don't you see for yourself?
Hey, Jen. Nurse said you slept great. How you doing? Yeah, bet you're tired of hearing that question already. Okay, here we go. Got, Belgian chocolates. Latest fashion rags. There's a nifty little quote in this one from our dear friend Tandy on the vital importance of fuchsia this fall. Okay, look, I know it's trivial, but that's kind of the point, okay? You give your mind a rest. So what do you say?
I'd say you have a very guilty conscience.
Made it on the line. She said that you posed a threat to yourself and to those around you. Do you know what that phrase means?
Yes, I know what it means legally, but I'm not crazy. And this is wrong. And if you had just backed me up...
You broke into somebody's house and took a baby from his bed.
My baby, Paul. And if you had just once said, maybe she's right. You know, if we just listened to her, just that much.
Jennifer, you won't be here forever, okay? We'll get you detoxed, and once you're steady with that, then you can come home. We can still go to Europe. You don't remember?
I wouldn't cross the street with you.
Jennifer.
You're not my brother. Not anymore. Do you want me to call the attendants and have them drag you up? Because that is a lot of fun, let me tell you.
I was just trying to help you.
If you wanted to help, then you would help me get my baby.
I can't. I wouldn't help you, Jennifer.
You think it wouldn't help to have my baby?
Not if your baby was not...
He is alive, Paul. I know that it's hard to believe, but it's true.
You think that, Jennifer, and I get why you would want to think that.
But if you think I stay here, that I'll forget. If I stay here long enough, I'll forget, and I will never forget, Paul, and I will never quit. And if you won't help me, then I will find someone who will. Hell, maybe I'll even call Craig. Craig? Yes. It's his son, too. And maybe he is the only other person who will care enough to help me. If he knew my baby was alive, he would help me.
That's insane. Look, I realize that that's a very sensitive word to use in a place like this, but the idea of involving Craig, Jennifer, the whole point of all of this was to try and get you and your baby away from Craig. Craig is lethal. Do you have any idea what this man will do to you?
It couldn't be worse than this. I would gladly take anything that Craig would throw at me if it meant that I could have my baby.
You don't even know what you're saying.
Yes, I do. You think that there's anything that I wouldn't go through to hold my baby again? There's nothing. Nothing anybody could do that matters more.
Not even Craig.
Not even Craig. Paul.
You mean that? God help you, Jennifer. Do you mean that?
Yes. Paul?
I can't do this anymore. This has to stop right now.
On the next, as...
It won't hurt you. You have to know that.
That's why you put me in here?
Well, everything that I've done, I did to protect you.
Everything you've done? What does that mean?
You're my little sister. And that's all you'll ever be to me.
Please just get to the point.
I just want you to know why I did what I did. So that you won't hate me when you find out the truth.
The truth? Paul? Just say it.
Sorry, Paul. I didn't know you'd be here.
Is that from the hospital? Is that what I think it is?
Yeah.
What is that?
Blood test results for Jen's baby and the baby that Carly has.
Gwen Norbeck's baby.
Yeah, listed here as Baby Doe because he was put up for adoption. I promised you that I would get an answer about whether or not your baby's still alive. It's right here.
I don't know how the hell you get your hands on medical records, but you have no business poking around trying to get information about Jennifer's baby.
That's information on Carly's baby as well, and I don't need your permission to do your sister a favor.
I went to you first, Paul, but then you wouldn't help me. So then I went to Dusty, so please give me the file.
Please, just let me finish what I was going to say to you before. It's something that I need to say to you in private, please.
It can wait, because I need to see this first. Now, please.
Those are the results of the night both babies were born.
Baby Kasnov, type O positive. Baby Doe, type B negative.
This is the result of Carly's pediatrician visit last week.
Marie Cabot. doesn't match.
That's right. It's not a match. Rory is not your baby.